One of the great events of the year is starting around the world in Pokemon Go, the Halloween event part 1. Today we're going through all the tips and tricks and how to be ready for this event, so let's get into it. So this event is going down October 22nd, 10 a.m. to October 28th, 10 a.m. your local time. Bonus event will have 2 times catch candy, increased chance of getting XL candy for successfully catching Pokemon on nice throws or better. You'll have an increased chance on shiny Umbreon in raids, as well as an increased chance on shiny Zara in the wild. My guess is Umbreon will maybe have like a 1 in 25 shiny odds, and shiny Zara maybe a 1 in 64 shiny odds, but those are yet to be confirmed. We'll also see the debut of Morpeko. Specifically, you'll be able to encounter Morpeko from the premium track rewards in the Go Battle League, as well as different research tasks. And then after the event, starting at rank 16, Morpeko will be available from Go Battle League rewards from the encounter rewards. We'll talk about if that Pokemon is any good in a bit. We'll also see an exclusive map during the event. They do this every single Halloween where the Pokestops and gyms are decorated, as well as Lavender Town music in game if you turn on your audio, as well as exclusive Pokestop showcase. Now, spawns during the event, we're going to be finding Zubat, Spinarak, Murkrow, Mischievous, Shuppet, Drifloon, Purloin, Zara, Frillish, Litwick, Grievard, and rare spawns for Sableye and Absol. Do remember, Zara, by the way, will be encountered as your buddy Pokemon, not in the form of Zara itself. We'll also have max battles during the event, with the 1-star max battles having Ghastly, Grookey, Squirmity, and Sobble. And yes, Ghastly is a new max Pokemon. And the 3-star max battles will see Phalanx. Then October 26th, 10 a.m. to October 27th, 8 p.m., we'll have the debut of Gigantamax Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur in the 6-star max battles that you can go ahead and take down with a minimum of 10 trainers. For the 1-star raids, we're going to see Sneasel, Sableye, Yamask, and Galarian Yamask. 3-star raids will have Hisuian, Typhlosion, Umbreon, and Bombardier. The 5-star raids will have Giratina in the origin form, and the Mega raids at Mega Sableye. Of course, there will be new avatar items you can go ahead and check out available in the shop, with the Morpeko onesie in the full belly mode and the hangry mode, as well as new stickers available as always. We also have some exclusive field research tasks during the event, with the task catch 10 ghost or dark type Pokemon for a Sandygast or Nimble encounter, catch 15 ghost or dark type Pokemon for 25 Mega Gengar, Houndoom, Sableye, Banette, or Absol energy, evolve 3 dark type Pokemon for a Sableye or a Scraggy encounter, evolve 3 ghost types for a Golett or a Grievard encounter, win 2 raids for a Morpeko encounter, and win 3 raids for, of course, the Spiritomb encounter. There'll also be a free timed research. You can go ahead and complete the Spiritomb challenge, which will get you an encounter with Spiritomb at the end if you want another chance at that. And that'll be available in part 1 and part 2 of the Halloween event. There'll be a $5 timed research you can go ahead and buy, which will be one of those choose the path researches. Page 1 will be very simple. It's going to be on screen, but then you have the choice of the full belly mode or the hangry mode, and that will change what costume you get for the Morpeko onesie avatar item. So you're only going to be able to get one of them, but you can buy the other one in the shop if you choose a different path. Also, this timed research does come with a bonus of 3 times catch candy for the full event. Finally, costume party, $2 timed research you can buy. A lot of paid timed research during this event. Check out the tasks on screen, gets you a bunch of different costume encounters if you're a costume collector. With the event details away, let's get right into tips, starting with, as always, what are going to be the best wild spawns to go ahead and hunt during the event. Starting off with Spinarak, which evolves into Ariados. Ariados is not bad in the Great League and does see play in some limited Great League Cups, especially with the Poison Sting buff this season. We also have Shuppet in there, which evolves into Banette. Mega Banette is a top ghost type attacker in Pokemon Go. Definitely a Pokemon you can get a good IV for there. We have Drifloon in there, which evolves into Drifblim. Drifblim does see play in the Great League and limited Great League Cups, as well as in the Ultra League. It is a top Pokemon, so definitely a Pokemon going ahead and worth grinding. We have Litwick in there, which evolves into Chandelure. Chandelure is a good ghost type and fire type rare attacker in Pokemon Go. We have Sableye in the rare spawns. Not only does Sableye get you 750 Stardust every time you catch it, so a great Pokemon to grind and catch if you need more Stardust, but also Sableye, of course, does have a Mega form in Pokemon Go you can go ahead and get ready for. Also, with the Power Gem buff this season, Sableye, and more specifically Shadow Sableye, has seen a big jump in play in the Great League, so definitely not a bad Pokemon to go ahead and grind specifically candies for. Finally, we have Absol in there, which Absol, of course, does have a Mega form in Pokemon Go, so you can go ahead and grind a good IV through the wild spawns. Now, of course, we do have the new Morpeko during the event. This is actually a Pokemon bringing a new feature to the game, so let's talk about if Morpeko is any good and how it works. Now, Morpeko is going to be a dark and electric type Pokemon, have a base stamina of 151, attack of 192, and defense of 121, with a max CP at level 50 of 2,196. For fast moves, it can learn Thunder Shock and Bite, and for charge moves, Crunch, Payback, Thunderbolt, Wild Charge, and its exclusive move, Aura Wheel. Now, how Morpeko works is it has 2 forms, the full belly form and the hangry form. And every time Morpeko uses a charge attack in battle, whether that be Team Go Rocket or the Go Battle League, it will change to the other form. Now, specifically, it has an exclusive charge attack, Aura Wheel, which will change type depending on what form it is. If Morpeko is in the full belly mode, it'll be an electric type attack, and it'll be a dark type attack in the hangry mode. This attack as well is 100 power and will increase the user's attack by 1 stage, boosting up Morpeko. So overall, pretty cool cool move. But is this Pokemon any good? Well, unfortunately for raids, Morpeko will not be very good. It obviously doesn't have a very high CP, so it's not able to dish out a lot of damage. But in terms of PvP, you're looking at rank 190 in the Great League, and then all the other leagues, its CP is too low. Overall, although it is a cool new feature, Morpeko doesn't really have the stats to hold up in PvP, and also this form changing ability is not too much of a game changing factor, but it will still be interesting to see, and especially interesting to see this feature come on different Pokemon. Okay, with Morpeko out of the way, let's talk about the raids. What are gonna be the best raids to go after during the event? In the 1-star raids, we see Sneasel, which evolves into Weavile. Weavile is not a bad dark or ice type raid attacker in Pokemon Go. We still have Sableye in there, which we already talked about the relevance of that, but we also have Galarian Mask. Galarian Mask evolves into Rune Regis, which is a good Pokemon in the Great League and the Ultra League, so not bad to go ahead and grind those in the 1-star raids if you missed this research day. In the 3-star raids, we're gonna see Umbreon in there, which Umbreon is still a good Great League Pokemon, definitely not a bad Pokemon to go ahead and get. In the 5-star raids, we see Giratina in the Origin form. Giratina is not a bad Ghost type raid attacker and also a good Master League Pokemon. And finally, we have Mega Sableye in there, which unfortunately does not have much use unless you want to go ahead and grind some Sableye candies for the regular Sableyes. But raids are not all we have now, because with the new Dynamax, we also need to talk about what are the best max battles to go after during the event. Now, first thing I'm going to say is that there are so little max battles in Pokemon Go that honestly doing every single one is completely fine, because you really want to start building up your collection of Dynamax Pokemon for when Gigantamax Pokemon come out later this week. But specifically, we have Ghastly as a new Dynamax boss. You can go ahead and catch that to get your Dynamax Gengars, which will be very useful against other Ghost type and Psychic type Pokemon when those come to Dynamax battles. We also, of course, have Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble, which are great options to go ahead and get for the 3 basic type Dynamax Pokemon. For example, Dynamax Rillaboom will be very useful against Gigantamax Blastoise when that does come out, and same with the other 2. Finally, we have the Phalanx in there, which is the only fighting type Dynamax Pokemon we have right now. So definitely worth going ahead and getting Phalanx for any time in the future when we get some Dynamax or even Gigantamax bosses like potentially Melmetal that are weak to fighting. So again, overall, anytime you can do a max battle, if you can, go ahead and take it down. And all of these, by the way, can be soloed. The Phalanx is a little bit harder to solo, but still possible. So by no means is it hard to take these down. Make sure you're taking advantage of Dynamax battles every single day and using your max particles. I'll link below a video up here if you want to learn more about Dynamax and how it works. Now, my number 1 tip for this event, and honestly my tip for every Halloween event, is about one specific Pokemon, Shiny Spiritomb. Spiritomb is a Pokemon that only comes out and around during Halloween, and in my opinion is one of the most valuable trade bait Pokemon in Pokemon Go. It is such a cool shiny and such an exclusive one. So I really urge you guys, if you can, go ahead and take the time, not only do the timed research if you decide to buy that in the free one, but also the field research tasks for Shiny Spiritomb. Shiny Spiritomb can be such a valuable Pokemon. How I think about it is every time I get a Shiny Spiritomb, I'm arguably getting any single Pokemon I ever want from trades, because honestly, it is such a good trade bait Pokemon. So don't be scared to go ahead and take advantage of Shiny Spiritomb being back for the next 2 weeks in the next 2 events, because it is a very valuable Pokemon. Let's talk about candy tips though. You need a bunch of candies for some of these wild spawns if you're going to go ahead and power them up, especially us having some pretty useful ones. So what are the best ways to grind candy during the event? First of all, you can use Pineapple Berries. Regular Pineapple Berries multiply catch candy by 2 and silvers by 2.34. We also already have the bonus of 2 times catch candy built into this event, as well as 3 times catch candy if you end up buying the timed research. So you're getting way more value out of your Pineapple Berries when you use them. You can also focus on hitting nice, great, or excellent throws, as you'll get more XL candy for catching Pokemon during the event. So don't sleep on that. You can use Spatial Rend. Palkia has an ability that costs Palkia candies and Stardust called Spatial Rend, which will increase the spawn radius in which you can see. The more spawns you can see, the more Pokemon you can catch, the more candy you can get. I think of it as trading Stardust for candy, as allows you to grind more efficiently and get more candy. You can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you don't know when you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch shares a type with the Mega, you get more candy, XP, and XL candy for catching Pokemon of that type. And there is one obvious Pokemon you should Mega Evolve during the event, and that is Mega Sableye. Mega Sableye being a dark and ghost type Pokemon, it hits virtually every single Halloween spawn during spooky season. Pretty much all the spawns are dark or ghost types. So definitely Mega Evolve a Mega Sableye during the event. It's the number 1 thing you can do. If you can't Mega Evolve that, a regular dark or regular ghost type Mega will work as well, but Sableye is the way to go. It is also still the season of max out, which means every time you trade away a Pokemon, you're getting 2 regular candies and a guaranteed XL candy. So I recommend saving any Pokemon you want more candies or XL candies for, things like Sableye, Absol, I don't know, Litwick, trading those away to friends, as that will get you some good extra candies for those Pokemon. For example, trading away 100 Sableyes, it's 100 Sableye XL candies you can use into whatever Sableye you want to power up. Finally, go ahead and transfer Pokemon. Still, we do not have a 2 times transfer candy event for the rest of October. At the time of making this video, I don't know what the bonus for the Halloween event part 2 is. Hopefully it's 2 times shards of candy. If it is, transfer your Pokemon then. If not, hold on to them until November. We'll most likely get a spotlight hour with 2 times transfer candy. Finally, let's talk about platinum medals. You need 35 platinum medals, score from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go. Which one should you work on during the event? Of course, this being a spooky season, the Hex Maniac medal, catch 2,500 ghost type, as well as the Delinquent medal or any other ones. I think there's also some poison types. Catch those Pokemon if you haven't platinumed all of these type medals. We also have the Rising Star medal, defeat 150 species of Pokemon in raids. We also have different raids during the event. Take a look at the raid roster. If there's any of these Pokemon you've never raided before, go ahead and do at least 1 raid for them. Get a point towards this medal. Finally, Showcase Star medal, win 100 Pokestop showcases. We have exclusive showcases during the event. Try your best to win them. Always drop into the rural showcases if you can. Higher chance you win as there is just going to be less competition. Try to win these as much as you can so you can go ahead and platinum this. You need 100 wins to do it, and you will get that PhD Pikachu at the end. If you guys enjoyed this video, watch the one below. You will enjoy that one as well. Happy Halloween to anyone who does celebrate it, and happy spooky season. Honestly, some of the most fun events in Pokemon Go, and you can get some pretty rare Pokemon that don't come around very often. Good luck grinding it. We'll catch you all next one. Fall for tips. Peace.